there, Chooms. How's it going out there in the internet land? We are back for session 4, the drink part 2 of our live play CyberPunk Red podcast. As in the past, we actually have a full house tonight, so we'll go through. You guys tell me how you've been doing and who you're playing this evening, and then I will do some reminders because it's been a little while, and we will get right to it. So, starting with Mark to my left.
Hi,
How's it going?
everybody. Good. Hi, Daniel. My name is Mark. I am playing Bishop, and I'm weirdly getting some feedback from somebody. I'm playing Bishop, and I'm a netrunner. Um, and I use a digital voice and a digital mask in game.
All right. How about Anthony?
Hey everybody, I'm Anthony. I'm playing Frenchie the MedTech.
That was short and quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Billy. How about you?
Evening, everybody. Like you said, Billy, I am playing Hector, who's also a netrunner.
Awesome. And Naomi, how about you?
I'm Naomi, and I am playing No One, who is a fixer.
And last but definitely not least, Jay.
Hello, this is Jay. They save the best for last. I am Nate Everson, otherwise known as Midnight, the Rocker Boy.
Okay. 1 second while I figure out a technical issue.
Does anybody else hear that floaty voice?
Okay.
That may be from Daniel.
Nope, I think you're just hearing voices, Mark.
Okay,
What happened?
that's cool. Are you playing something right now, Daniel?
No? Should I be? Oh, I have the ability to.
No, we're hearing like floaty music and voices. You're a jerk.
Sounds and a little bit of music behind the scenes today is brought to you by Sirenscape, sci-fi player. Invest in Sirenscape, power your game. All right. So when last we left the players, they had gotten the main group through Nate had gotten a job. Do you want to talk about that, Nate?
Absolutely. So essentially what we have is a job that Nate learned from Robert Davies, the owner of the EXO Club, and through some wheeling and dealing and some promises of a gig at his place, which I posted. Related to that is the double hustle that I posted on both the email and I could put it on Drive if necessary. I just realized there was a homework folder I didn't see. But be that as it may, there is a oil rig out there, either owned or still owned, I don't know, by Biotechnica, a corporation. I believe it was a AA corporation. And there are two 55-gallon drums and a few crates of product. We don't know exactly what's in them. We assume it's foodstuffs that we need to acquire. But according to Nate's friend Onks, who had provided some details about a nomad group who had attempted to retrieve it, came under some problems trying to get it. And so that's why we are now assigned to do that. And we're simply putting our heads together, coming up with some legwork, questions being asked, items we need, a boat that we want to get on the water, various things we want to do to prep for that so that we're ready to rock and roll.
Speaking to that specifically, why don't you either Bishop or Hector, why don't you talk about the boat? Or the fact that you have one. You have one, correct?
That is correct.
We can talk about specifics later, but
Yeah, we have
I'll
a
let
boat.
I'll let
Yeah, so we acquired a boat from Onyx's nomad family tribe. It is a decent sized fan boat. Um, but that being said, if we are able to retrieve the specific items, they're going to have to go in the center of the boat because they are so heavy. The heavy drums will have to go in the center. But we've also worked out an arrangement with the Delamain prototype group to attempt to port their AI. Hector and I are attempting to port it over to run boats as well so that they can have water taxis in the area. And this was the result of our side hustle, part of our side hustle over the last 2 weeks. And we've been programming the boat for the last 8 days.
Nice.
Okay. So that being taken care of on that end, we do have a little bit of homework to look into, but first, sorry. Everything there's.
Also, Daniel, you're a little muffled, I think. I don't know if that's just me.
Yeah, am I?
Yeah. Well, you're not now.
I'm just
You were
talking.
for a minute. Okay.
Yeah, I was just mumbling. Okay, this episode is brought to you by LNPD Recruitment. Numbers are getting low, and they're looking for every able-bodied citizen who is a citizen of LNPD to serve and protect. Meet your neighbors in the happiest way possible. Wear the uniform and that bag over your head so they don't know who you are. LNPD Recruitment. Okay, now as to the game, was there anything else that you guys were looking for to do before you meet with Onyx?
Just a refresher, cause I didn't set up this job. What are we doing again?
We're obtaining cargo from a quote-unquote haunted oil rig that's been converted to a biocorpse facility.
Whoa.
Wait,
Nobody
wait,
said
wait,
anything
wait.
about it being haunted.
First of all, I don't care about the haunted, but are we robbing graves?
I care about the haunted.
No, it's not haunted.
That's
But
sure
are
how
we
that is
stealing-
sure how
you just
Onyx
said a
made it
body
sound when we
processing.
called him up before. His tribe would no longer, his nomad tribe would no longer go, or nomad family would no longer go out there because all kinds of strange things kept happening, and they thought it was haunted. Onyx did not think it was haunted, but his nomad family will not go back out there because they think it's haunted.
Right, good for them.
So you
But-
want to go somewhere the nomads don't want to go.
Past nomads. Yeah. A gang can't beat this place, but we're gonna do. Cool.
Nothing's being
I
beaten.
do not doubt it.
I'm gonna make sure that all of my stim sticks are air hypos are firmly in place and accessible in my pack.
I'm just glad I already wrote out my will to the beautiful Lux. Or that I don't
It
have
sounds
it.
like it's ready to go.
So actually, as far as summary goes, I was looking at my notes. Did we ever get any clear-cut info on our pay?
We don't even know the pay? I missed 1 week.
Well, we ended early
I
that
was
night.
Wait,
waiting for something.
I've been gone for a little while. Stuff. So we're robbing bodies
No,
in a haunted mansion in the water, and
No.
we don't know what we're getting paid for.
Where did you get haunted bodies?
What kind of plant are we going to?
It's an
So
oil rig in the ocean that has goods that we need to take delivery of.
Okay, you said oil rig, but I thought you had also said another thing that
It's been
sounded like
converted. It's been converted to a. It was an old oil rig in the old world that's been converted to a bio.
a.
A bio rig, like the folks that mine kelp and stuff. It's a
Okay,
bio
think-
rig.
okay.
I've
I
seen this in
thought.
the movie. Isn't this where they bioengineer super smart sharks?
Yes.
Oh, I love those movies.
And then they get caught up in tornadoes.
Okay, I'll be in those movies.
So yeah, it's just a. It's a biotechnical.
Blue water Sharknado. You beat me
Yes.
to the punch.
Yep.
I have to go with something completely different now.
That's it. Just throw out the night. Whole new session coming up.
so is
What you
the
failed to remember was that it's haunted. So it's haunted blue water Sharknadoes.
That's right.
Of
Daniel,
extremely high
You're
intelligence.
saying, Dave?
is the answer to my question forthcoming?
Yeah, 650 credits.
Per total or each? Okay, each. Okay, that was the key I did not know. Thank you.
Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to ask so we could make some rolls, but nobody asked. So I was like, all right, cool. I figure we'll do this again.
Yeah, well, the last time we spoke about it a couple weeks ago, we had ended it really. It was really late, and we're like, okay, we'll finish this later, but we never really finished it later. So I think we were waiting for tonight to, finish that last few percentage of what we needed to know.
Can I also
Yep.
note that we had Bishop broker this deal, and on the last deal, he refused to get paid.
I didn't broker anything.
You didn't broker this one?
No.
To get the job.
So this is
I
a
didn't broker it.
combination of Nate, because Onyx is Nate's contact, kind of, and one more time on his name, Jay. The boss,
Your NPC is Robert Davies of Exo Club.
Robert Davis. So it was a contract between them that they're having to outsource to you so that they can still maintain a contract. They being the nomads.
Yeah, they've simply the nomads just had bad luck, is all, and so they attribute it to superstition, but it's really not. It's just they've been having some bad luck. They don't want to go back, so it's like, okay, fine, our group will do it instead.
Okay,
Those
so
are
next
very
question.
bad luck.
Yes.
These drums and cargo and goods that we are picking up on behalf of the nomads, is this legitimate, or are we forcefully acquiring these goods from Biotechnica?
Well, normally.
Are they expecting us
It's-
to be there to pick up the shipment?
It's involuntary donations.
Involuntary donations. Okay.
Well, so the short answer is it was voluntary, and then it wasn't. So we don't know why it's not voluntary now.
Correct.
So let's go over it because it's been 3 weeks or 4 weeks, however long it's been. This
A while.
is 2020 version 2, so it's been 30 years. When Biotechnica was still present on the facility, and they might still be, who knows, there were enough people on that oil rig that occasionally things fell into the ocean. And the things that fell into the ocean would get picked up by the nomads, this nomad family, Onyx's group, which, do you remember who Onyx's group is, Anthony?
Yes.
I was just going to put a name in there. But yeah,
The Dukes. Oh, sorry.
I can't remember Onyx's family.
It was the Dukes.
The Dukes, yeah, thank you. So the Dukes would pick up the waterlogged items, which aren't waterlogged, and would deliver them into the city as part of a contract with the XO Club to get them whatever was in those tubs. They went out to pick up a pickup a couple weeks ago, scared people off. They tried again, scared people off. They tried again, scared people off. And now Onyx was telling the Davies, the head of the XO club, I can't. There's nothing I can do for you. I would like to help you, but I can't get the people to go out there. And as if fate crashed down through the ceiling, Nate just happened to be in the right place at the right time to help with the situation, so that you can possibly gain a contact in Davies and the Dukes and possibly figure out whatever's going on at Eddings Point, which is the oil rig. This oil rig is actually on the Lumens Nouveau map. If you look at the Lumens Nouveau maps, you have an idea of kind of where it is. And it was a fairly prominent oil rig before being purchased by Petra about 40 years ago. And then about 10 years ago, when LN started getting built, it was purchased by Biotechnica and converted. So it is both a farming supply with a deep water farm, hydroponics farm, and it's also a trade-off point for Biotechnica ships that are passing by to have their products transferred into the sea. If you guys read the document, and assuming information was shared around, Onyx's group did have a couple of the shipping crates burst open, and it has kind of a listing of the stuff that was found in there then, but there's no telling what's in there now, in these crates, the third crates. That being said, go ahead.
I was just going to point out, yeah, I do see Eddings Point on the map, and we simply have to go with we have 2 boats, right? Not just one?
No, we just have one.
Okay, I saw the picture showed 2, so I didn't know.
Oh,
anyway.
I see. No, you have the one.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to confirm that it's sturdy enough to take all of what we need. Could actually support the weight of all of us, plus the 2 drums, plus the crates, all that stuff. Otherwise, we might have to make multiple trips. That's the only other catch.
That was covered in there. It said as long as we put the heavy barrels in the center, we should be fine.
Okay, I did read that part, but I wasn't sure if that was still based on the idea of only having one boat. Okay, thank you.
It won't be 100% safe, but you guys are going to be pretty packed onto that boat. But
Right.
That's the same boat that Onyx's group has been using for these trips in the past, with some neat high-tech additions.
That's a cool picture, by the way.
The name of the boat right now is the Family Crest, but of course you guys can change that if you want. Because after the mission, he already said it would be part of the payment. It would be Onyx's payment to you guys, part of Onyx's payment to you guys.
Right.
Okay, Onyx has requested a meet at just after sundown, so about 7:15 p.m. local, at an industrial docking site on the eastern edge of Lumens Nouveau. Those in the know, actually, roll me a streetwise. Anybody who wants to roll a streetwise, roll a streetwise. You heard her. You two need to stop.
Let's see. Oh boy.
Oh, beat you, Dan.
Streetwise.
So that I can get this clear, when I am talking at this level, am I muffled?
Yeah, a little bit.
I have no idea. Is this the mic and there's stuff here?
I have a
This
feeling
is the mic that all my stuff is here.
yeah, I have a feeling it might be the stuff you're doing on the back end, but it's doable. Just if you can speak up, that's helpful.
But if I increase the gain
That's better, actually.
above save levels,
That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
is that better?
Yeah.
It's in the red. It's gonna destroy me. And it's so much louder in my head. Good God. Okay. Okay. Nate, No One, and Bishop. You know that the area of the docks that he has kind of pointed you towards is part of the southern end of the White Hands. But you also know, because you rolled high enough, that these docks specifically have also been worked out with many of the aquatic nomad tribes. But you make your way down there, I'm assuming. But he would like to meet you there just after dark. So if you guys have anything you need to take care of, do it first. For example, No One has a crate full of
The goodies you asked for? It has a fucking life vest and
As a reminder, this is a not family-friendly show.
Yeah, no, so
Just in
no.
case you need to know that. It was written in there.
Yes. I need my fucking life vests. Because I can't swim.
At least the vest will add +4 to your roll if you have to.
Yes.
Oh, it was life vest. It was a modified old fireman's smoke shield.
Yes.
ponchos.
And ponchos.
Yep. And I will gladly take.
But part of the reason she's dishing them out now is so that you can chip in 10 eddies
Yes.
for your life vests.
She can have my 10 eddies.
Yeah, I paid mine already.
Yep, I'll send
Thank
15
you.
eddies to No One as a finder's fee.
Nice.
During the goodie distribution process, whoever was not present during the original conversation with Onyx, are those people now up to speed? Like, is there any remaining questions of like, okay, why are we doing this? What's the deal, or what?
Well, theoretically, we had met at the bar, if you remember, at the very end of that session, and all got together and talked about it.
I know. I mean, player-wise, or is every player up to speed?
I know it
I'm
now.
good enough for now.
Yeah. Just point me. Job, money. Cool.
Billy.
The only thing I have to add is picking up the equipment that I was given for possible installation on our next mission.
Which you
Right,
still...
you have a specific crate that is specific to you.
Correct.
Yes. If I recall correctly, it was 3 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it has a bow and your name on it.
I must have missed the bow.
I didn't know you were into archery.
Punny.
Alright, so I'm going to move you here. Please tell me if your maps change, because they should have.
I like it. It's nice.
Alright, so unless people say otherwise, I'm hearing that you guys arrive around 7:15 at 221 Downing Dock. to see a couple boats pulled up and tied off. There's a hastily set up picnic table and a couple of grills with things that smell like cooking protein. There's also a small chest full of scop. Was it scop?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
Scott.
right?
It's Scott.
Yeah, full of scop and what looks like maybe chilled or ice. And you see Onyx and several other people that are dressed very similarly to Onyx. And as you guys start making your way down the dock, you see a big grin on his face, smiling and waving you guys up.
I will approach.
Now, with Onyx, because for the most part, this is the first time most of these people are seeing him, who do they see, Anthony? As this was your character in the pregame.
So Onyx is a pretty sturdy fellow. He looks and acts very similar if you've seen the show The Expanse. The character Amos Burton. So he's bald at this point, with a little bit of the beard goatee going on. Dressed in pretty comfortable looking clothing, nomad leathers. Seems to be always smiling and laughing. He does have some cyberware in his fists and arms. Unknown what they could be, unless Dan says otherwise.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hello, you must be Onyx. It's nice to meet you.
He nods. I was going to have Anthony maybe play him too, but Anthony doesn't have any of the background information. I probably should have got with him ahead of time to do that. And it would have just gotten really confusing with the two characters talking to each other.
Agreed.
All right. So
See, you
as
could
you
have
walk
gotten
up,
twice
he
as
greets
much
you.
XP, Anthony, if you did both.
That's right. You missed out.
Wow.
Well, I would have got a lot of experience,
Yeah.
but I need it on the
think you'll both
characters.
of them. It would have given you experience you could put on your resume.
That's right.
Okay, as you walk up, he greets you warmly and invites you over. He says, "Yeah, actually, I've heard of you, Bishop. Not very many people walk around with a full mask and that get up and get away with it. You're pulling that off, if that's what that is." And invites the rest of you up. You can see that they have some kind of maybe like a kelp dog cooking on the flame, and they're spritzing it every once in a while with a product that you can see from Captain Caliente that is 100% authentic baconese flavor, and they're spraying down the kelp dogs with it. Kind of like a bacon flavored Febreze. He says, "Go ahead and grab a drink. Food will be up here really quick, but I wanted to go over this with you guys one more time." And he takes several sheets. So part of the tech right now, there are like clear flimsy sheets, right, that you can put newspapers on and that kind of stuff. Most of the time they're throwaway, but these ones obviously have been refurbished a little bit. There's still cracks running through them because they are a very thin layer of glass. But they work for this purpose, and he sets down about 6 of them on the picnic table, and he grabs an agent from a friend of, like one of his friends that walks over. He grabs their agent, sets it down on the clear 2x3 sheets, and a picture over the clear sheets. So now the picnic table looks like it has almost like a thin plastic newspaper set across it with a white and black set of blueprints. The blueprints that he sent you earlier with the same notes written on them. Also translated from the nomadic quick font, you see where things have been written in or translated from the languages. It looks like a couple different people have made notes on these schematics, and they were translated by a translation program, probably within the agent. He says, "This is Edding's point. under normal circumstances, it's fairly well lit. You can actually hear music from when you ride up. The water level, as you can see, is here, and he's pointing out like the areas on the map that have water rings. So you can see that this oil rig is pretty high up from the water level. He says, some things you won't see. There's a set of ladders, fairly heavy-duty ladders, that go up underneath the riser access tower and along the emergency flare plank. It's not a plank, it's
Walkway.
he would know, I don't. Walkway, thank you. There's also kind of like a freight or a cargo elevator system in the very center of the main rig that goes down into the water. It doubles as a shark cage and really to bring up
Shark
cargo
cage?
from
Yeah,
the
I was gonna
storage.
say someone brought up sharks. No one mentioned sharks.
They're there to take your
You're in
investment.
the ocean.
But
You're in the ocean in the Gulf. Are you kidding? Of course there's
stay
sharks.
on the boats. I don't go in the ocean.
All things being perfect, you'll stay on the boat this time too.
Okay,
He gives you a sly smile and a wink.
I need rope and duct tape.
I'm not playing this the way you did. You played him a lot like Amos. I'm not doing that. I apologize. I'm not doing him justice. He says there's like a cargo elevation system that goes from the storage and deep sea habitat up to the oil rig for transfer and storage. For transfer and transfer, really. Did you have any questions?
Do we know where we're picking the stuff up at exactly? Or do we have to go under the water?
So there were two locations that we would check for pickups because it would highly depend on which of the three people that we originally had contacts with that would leave the product for us. None of those three people are answering any of their agents or contacts.
Does the ghost have a name, and have we spoken to an exorcist yet?
No. I'm not entirely sure it's haunted, being that ghosts don't exist, but
That's what they
my
want
family
you to
won't
think.
believe me. Spoken very true. No.
I don't see anywhere on here where
the-
there's like a large set of like antennas or communication array. I'm assuming I do know where that is on the
So
rig.
most of the communication is through the riser access tower. Though there are various antennas and stuff on the main deck. But good question. I'm not sure why you need to know that. But
Isn't that where I was told to place said equipment?
so that's what Onyx is telling you. He's not sure why you would need to know that information. I know why you need to know that information.
Oh, sorry.
I should have been recorded.
So let me rephrase that. This map that I'm looking at, is this the assumption here that I've seen this before, or is he showing this to me, or you're explaining it to me? That's what I'm trying to understand.
So, perfect world, you and Hector would have seen this in the homework, but that wouldn't have answered your question.
Right.
So as you are looking at it now, you see something that was really small when you were looking at the schematic before, and where I just drew in red
Gotcha.
on the map. That is a bunch of antennas and satellite dishes and that kind of stuff.
Okay. So
Yeah, because
I
I
wasn't
hadn't
trying
thought
to
about
like
that.
ask that of Onyx. It was more of a like, hey, like I don't see where yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, no, I totally get you now.
So you were saying there were 3 different places where you normally pick up the equipment?
2. Right beneath the riser access tower just above water level, usual water level. If it hasn't, if you're not in the middle of a storm or you haven't had any high tide or that kind of stuff, just be above the riser access tower's water level. There's a platform that usually has scrap and garbage stuff for some of the transport ships to pick up and move. We'd find it there, or we would find it strapped to one of the struts or cells of the main rig. The big, round, like,
That's where sharks come in.
yes.
And
Really, only when they feed the sharks.
where was the ladder? I'm sorry.
Yeah, can you mark on the
So
map?
there is
or...
a yeah. I'm gonna use blue for ladders.
Use green for the chutes. Okay, great. So that's the only one then that has ladders?
That's a
I
ladder.
appreciate ladders, but why
This
do they need
is-
to go under the water?
Because the water level changes.
For when they have to fix it, and because the water level changes.
But
Oh,
not.
and
It's
that's
to
the
get out of the
car.
water when the sharks come.
The far right one is the cargo elevator, or is that the shark cage?
Both.
Okay,
It's both.
got it.
I was mostly joking about the shark thing. There aren't a lot of sharks in the Gulf.
Yeah, plus Gulf sharks are very friendly.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
only
believe
bite
either
you
of
if
you.
you touch the private parts.
Thanks, hon.
These are haunted, hyper intelligent sharks.
That's right. That
Do
are
they
under the
have
control of
freaking
Blue
laser
Sun.
beams on their forehead?
They don't need them.
No,
They can
that's
do
just
kung
silly.
fu. They can do kung fu like River. They
So
don't-
Everybody
lasers
was
are
kung fu
silly, but
fighting.
kung fu is cool.
There you go. Ladders, elevator.
Thank you.
If we meet a shark, I can just
And-
use persuasion. That's not a big deal.
You absolutely can.
Please don't seduce the sharks.
Please, please
just hope
seduce
you
the
go-
sharks or the
I didn't
ghosts
say
that want to
seduce, I
see
said
it.
persuade.
Just hope
Same thing.
that you go in initiative order before the shark. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you wouldn't want the sharks to persuade you.
They
That's
can be
when
pretty
they're turning into
persuasive.
sirens.
Did you guys have any other questions?
Um,
And at
Are
this
there-
point, they're putting food out on a platter for you guys and handing out drinks.
The current water level is where the light blue X's are, correct?
The light blue X's are where they would usually find the deposits.
Quick question.
These circles here
Aye.
are the usual water level.
Of
which-
the group of us, which one knows how to drive a boat?
That's why I got the AI to do it for us.
Smiley face. Is it okay? Is it like the AI computer part that's going to be driving our boat? Is it in a waterproof container, or at least like in a baggie?
It's in a box.
If you look at the picture of the boat, it's actually down in a fully integrated waterproof area. Assuming sharks don't get it.
Thank you. Oh, God.
Mhm.
Oh no, it's going to be AI until it's like driven sharks now.
we have
AI
AI sharks.
AI sharks.
Yes.
AI Blue Sun haunted sharks.
Okay, Nate suggests that we rename the boat Shark Food. Because apparently everybody thinks we are anyway.
Shark bait.
Shark bait.
Shark Tank.
On a more serious note, as Frenchie is taking a bite of the food, hot dog, and takes a drink, are there any like defenses or anything we should be worried about?
So we do know that they shot at us. They shot at them the last time they went out.
Well,
But
shot at with
And
pistols,
part
assault
of it,
rifles, with howitzer cannons.
I believe
they
they
weren't
said
sure.
rifles.
They heard what sounded like um, firearm shots, and then little in the water. None of them were actually hit, and the boat wasn't actually hit. They also found uh, traps and um, threatening stuff in the water around the oil rig.
Thank you.
So specifically on the riser access tower, they found splints, which is sharpened metal welded or attached to areas that are commonly hidden, which you don't see it. So like if you pulled the boat up to the level here where they had all that garbage and scrap I was telling you about, and you reach out and grab part of the riser tower to pull yourself up, he found sharpened pieces of metal on the inside where people would grip, which they knew for a fact hadn't been there presently. Almost like pigeon wire, now that I think about it, but much bigger and sharper than pigeon wire.
Can he point on the map and tell us where they thought they were? Well, I guess I should be asking that in character. Never mind, I'll type it out.
Well, I can barely hear you, so that's it.
You can barely hear me?
Well, I could. I can hear you better now.
Uh-oh.
Can you point on the map what? No. Don't get. I told you I could hear you. All right. Does anybody else have any other questions?
Once we
In
get
theory,
the
when the spinners.
sorry, so as we pick up the crates, assuming we're successful, do we just bring them back to this location? Is there a timeline that we need to have them by that someone's gonna be waiting for us?
I'm gonna have one of my guys sitting here. I'm just waiting.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
And then I figure you guys will travel together to EXO to hand over the product, so that you guys make sure you get your pay.
That would not be.
Everything's above board.
Can you hear me
Good.
now?
Yes.
Okay. So the question is, can he show us on the map where they thought they were being fired upon from?
So they were doing circuits of the oil rig. They received more of these sounds around the main oil rig, but because of the way that the oil rig is set, it was very difficult to tell if it was all coming from the main area. But they received more of it from the main area.
The main area being this area, correct?
Yes, the main
Okay.
rig.
Right. Well, I mean, this could be the main rig for all I know. I know it's the riser access tower, but it could have been the first part. That's why I'm like, which ones are they considering the main rig? Okay,
The part that has the actual rigs.
got it.
Rig.
Got it. Do they know what comes out of these tubes? Or are they purely air
Mostly
vents?
sewage stuff coming from the hydroponics plant being pumped up and through, sewage from the various areas on the plant. But as Biotechnica had taken and converted this facility, it's not like toxic waste or anything. It's all biodegradable waste from the farming product. And so, good question, by the way. A lot of that bio sludge, I guess, feeds a huge kelp farm underwater, so it doesn't reach the surface. It's underwater down here, and means that there's a significantly larger fish population in this area than would have been normally.
And if you have a significantly larger fish population, you have a significantly larger things that eat fish population.
Yeah, yay. Okay, so no one's gonna send out a little note just to like their kin or next to kin contacts being like, my gravestone must say was shot by ghost sharks from the ocean and eaten by ghost sharks that had machine guns, died in a swamp. Now, out of character speak, I'd like to come back as Lux and to revenge my death on the sharks.
Sounds good.
I think it was offered, but I don't think anybody took you up on it. I just wasn't sure if anyone had or
Yeah.
not. So awesome, thank you.
Yep.
Hey, so Hector tells Onyx, "Hey, as we get ready to do this, do you mind if we do a little bit of recon, get to know the lay of the land? I'd like to maybe get up to the heli deck and see what what the area looks like from above, just to get a better understanding of well, the whole area, what we're dealing with."
Why would we need to be up on the helideck? We just need to go visit those 3 locations and hope to find the goods.
Well,
Hope to find the goods, but I mean, if people were shooting from before, I just want to be able to get a full lay of the land. That's all.
Well, not only that, but it's possible that we could actually be doing 2 jobs in one here, because if this place was seized from Biotechnica by pirates, then we could actually get if we can clear the rig, then we can actually probably get a reward from Biotechnica also.
Or they'll think we're pirates too and try to take it from us forcibly.
Well,
Can't
if
trust
that was the case, they would have already stormed and taken it forcibly, more than likely. So I mean, I'd like to see if we can, download some video recordings and stuff to find out what happened on the rig, because Biotechnica may not even know that they're no longer in control of the asset. And even if we just retrieve the stuff, get out and show them proof that their asset's been lost, then they can go and raid it, and we get a finder's fee or something like that.
Wait, are you insinuating that someone else is in charge of this former oil rig right now, like pirates or something took over, and that's why they're getting shot at by ghosts?
That would be exactly what I'm insinuating.
I think I prefer ghosts.
Okay. We can do ghosts.
Okay.
So if we find the goods, miraculously, we just grab them and bring them back here. If we don't find the goods, we're going to go into the oil rig and investigate, figure out what's going on. And then you said you want to send this to Biotechnica. Do you have a contact with them that would be willing to get that information?
I'm sure I can find one, or no one may know someone if I can't. I've got some media accesses.
We might be putting the shark before the horse. We probably should get the items first, then decide what to do with them.
Agreed. Oh, I mean, the items should come back here no matter what, to help Onyx and to help you. But the rest is just extra bonus if we can find out without dying.
Yeah. Given the time, real world time, we may want to get on the boat and go.
It is getting late. It was already getting dark when you arrived.
So, let's go.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right, Onyx and his crew. Make sure you guys are familiar with enough of the systems that if an emergency happens, you'd be able to take over. They're happy to see that you have um, kind of taken care of the boat for the last week that you've had it, and make sure you guys get on all right. Onyx introduces you to Bo, Bo Duke. That is the guy he's leaving behind to help you guys when and if you are able to find out what's going on. He's a younger guy, kind of built, with a plaid shirt,
Blonde?
jeans, cowboy boots. Huh?
Is he blonde?
Probably more
What was that?
sandy blonde,
He's like darkish blonde, yeah.
dirty blonde. Yes.
He
And
looks like he knows how to swim or would be a viable flotation device. I'm sitting next to him.
He's not coming with us.
yeah, he's not going with you.
I'm sure he doesn't want to
Yeah.
come with us. Such a strong, handsome man. Kind of want to help us out, yeah.
No.
I need a flotation device.
I ain't getting anywhere near those waters. Those waters are haunted. He says to you with a very straight face, making you possibly believe that he really believes it's haunted.
Okay, so no one looks straight at him, does that I see you eyes and says, "You're gonna be haunted if I die there." Never mind, I'm kidding.
Anyway, they get you onto the boat to make sure your life jackets are in place, and are pretty surprised at the level of life jackets that you guys were able to acquire. Most of them, when they wear life vests, are much older style. Nothing quite as advantageous as the vest that you guys are currently wearing. And your boat pushes away, and it's moving on the water with the waves. I need everyone to roll. Now. No, not da. Do.
Doe. Doe. What are we rolling?
I'm looking for it.
Business.
Endurance.
We're here for business.
Roll me an endurance check.
Endurance.
Keep
Where
all
on
of those help dogs on the inside.
where is the endurance on the chart?
How bad is the echo between Naomi and I?
It's on the body skills, probably
Thank
the
you.
fourth one down.
I found it. Thank you. It's not great, but it's tolerable.
Good job, Frenchie.
Is she loud enough that you hear her when she talks? Through my mic?
No, it's actually the other way around. It's when you talk, and we hear it through her headset before you say it. That's a little weird.
So she is... Huh? You're in earbuds.
Nice knowing you, Bishop.
You wouldn't know anyways. No, you're good now. I can still hear
Bishop
it. You're
overboard.
good. Yeah, we can hear it. It's better. It's fine. It's better than it was.
No, I know, but do you prefer me talking at this level?
No, I'm just saying it's better that it's not as loud or distracting when it's coming through at that level.
Okay.
I prefer you through this.
I have a feeling. You have a what?
I prefer you through this.
Okay. Well, yeah, this is the mic right next to my face.
Exactly.
I would use this one Actually, I probably should use that one. I might do that next time, yeah. Huzzah! Technical. Okay, so as you guys are getting in the water, oh no, Bishop.
Behind my mask that nobody can
Make
If
see
sure
you
you
is
take
weren't
the
on.
helmet
wearing a
off first.
mask
Take the helmet
and the
off first.
smoke mask, I need you to roll reflex, please, to see if you can pull off your mask. And yeah, you're fine.
Mm,
Accurate.
let's see. I don't think I am. I mean, I'll just fail.
You don't think you're a what?
I'll just fail.
A reflex?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, he wouldn't take the mask off.
Uh. Oh, fair. I just meant like this. As you're going over the edge of
Okay, okay.
the
Yeah, yeah,
boat.
yeah, yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
So that
Just so
would
that it's
be.
not inside 3 layers of mass.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Reflex
I didn't
is.
mean, haha, I got you. You're gonna show them what you look like.
Yeah. No, I know.
Everyone will know you're an orc from Shadowrun.
That's correct. I'm an elf looking for my half brother dwarf. Reflex. Where is it?
If that was true, you'd already be dead.
Hang
It's
on.
in life skill. No, a reflex is your.
It's
It's
an
actually a.
attribute.
No, it's a reflex. It's an attribute.
Yeah,
Oh,
the second one.
so you just roll 1 die 10 plus the value?
Plus your attribute, yeah.
Okay, got it. Sorry. +4. Nope.
There is a scent of sick that overcomes everyone's senses as they breathe in the mighty ocean air as the boat starts taking you off into the distance. Um, it is difficult to continue holding your own as this smell overcomes you, but you're able to just barely. Um, and you guys make it out into sea. It is strange, as it is dark, but on the distance you see flashes of light close to the horizon,
Sorry, I
and
just want to
then
check. Sorry, what's a quick?
slowly.
Was that roll
What?
that he almost got sick, or did he almost fall out of the boat?
No, neither. I did get
Oh
sick.
no, he threw up all over himself.
Inside my mask. My dual masks. My 3 layers of masks.
Oof.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have wifeys?
I got nothing.
Sorry, dude.
There's sounds coming in the distance. The sound like a rough hush on the horizon. I am a demon. And as you guys start heading closer out, because you're not really controlling the boat's controlling itself. You can see in the distance the only thing that is kind of keeping you from thinking that you're just going out to your death as the boat now starts to move a little bit more with the ocean as the storm is coming. You see, if you can see behind me, the outline of a huge oil rig with lightning flashing behind it. The oil rig itself is 90% dark. You're fairly certain you see some kind of light, but that light seems to ebb through the oil rig as you start to make your way. You're currently probably half a mile out, and you start to feel the pattering of rain hitting you as your high-tech fan boat starts making its way even closer.
How loud is this fan boat? Is it normal fan boat, ridiculous loud level, or is it
So,
cybernetically quieter?
as it is a high-tech fan boat, it was relatively loud when you were still in Lumin's Nouveau, but as you got out to sea, most of the sound was drowned out by the waves around you.
Okay.
So maybe like a high drone, like,
Okay.
but most of it is washed out. How much light, other than the mask of Bishop, is currently seen on the boat, on your boat?
Say that again?
I don't have a flashlight or anything on.
The boat, the Family Crest, is normally a matte black boat. Are any of you lit up?
Yeah, I don't have the external lighting on my suit on my clothes on, and I'd just be on minimal mode like these eyes. That's it.
Pac-Man eyes, got it.
Yeah, Frenchie's jacket does have LED wiring, lighting throughout it. It's the street fashion. So Frenchie's jacket would be lit up, but he'll quickly take the jacket off and kind of stow it away so that it's not as easily seen.
Hector is basically looks like his character sheet, so he's pretty much all decked out in black.
He's a tactical turtle right now.
Unless Nate has glow-in-the-dark duct tape, I think he's pretty unlit as well.
Oh, I think he has glow-in-the-dark duct tape.
Okay, so I have my life vest on and then a poncho over that. The life vest. I'm guessing if they have any glowing on them, it's something you activate?
So it's a mostly muted colors. It looks very Aquaman kind of, where it almost looks like water armor on your vest, and then has an onboard computer that that you activate in emergency situations that will send off a homing beacon and lights and a flare, that kind of stuff.
Frenchie,
Oh.
can I borrow your jacket for a second?
Nope. You're not using my jacket to clean yourself.
Thank goodness for the
Nope.
ponchos. Because this rain is starting to soak you guys through.
Yay for ponchos. I'm gonna get the cold and die from the cold, aren't I?
Everyone give me a perception check, please.
+2 for hearing.
Okay, so mine's 14.
I'm sorry, Mark.
What?
As
Mine's
the
14. Oh, no.
boat makes its way closer, all of you see in the rain and lightning the behind the Eddings Point Biotechnica parser rig. Then there's a flash of lightning that breaks the sky in a giant blast of light and sound striking the skin module flare. It lights up Bishop's mask for a fraction of a second, frying the surface of the mask and blinding Bishop. Hector, you're not too far behind as it flashes through the goggles that you're wearing and temporarily blinds you. No one and Frenchie. I don't see. I Bishop is because you had a double critical failure. Sorry. I need Nate to roll when he gets back. Bishop and Frenchie.
No, where's Frenchie?
Oh, actually, I apologize, Hector. You did not get temporarily blinded because I was reading your numbers wrong. You got a 12. Because you rolled a 15 and then subtracted 3.
Right.
What? What? Wait a minute.
Bishop got
Wait a
it
minute.
2
Wait.
months in a row.
Frenchie
No, I
and
did, but I
Dylan are
still
now
got.
the ones
I
that are in
still got a
charge. We're turning this shit
14.
around.
Yes, Bishop, but you rolled 2 1s.
Okay.
You rolled a critical failure and
Yeah.
then rolled an additional 1.
Okay.
It's the only way to really critically fail.
And yeah. We're turning around, right?
So I just need a perception check from you, Nate.
I gave it to you right off the very beginning. I rolled a 20, and then it's +2 for pairing.
Oh, you got it before I even got a chance to separate the rolls.
Right, it's
My
a
bad.
macro. I just bam hit it.
Yeah, I thought that was a previous. You're good. Okay. So then Nate, Frenchie, and no one, you see what looks like something kind of humanish shaped standing on these 2 corners. Oh, actually, let me transfer you guys. Your boat is currently out here, but further away. Zoom out if you need to. Damn it. Come on.
Are you
By
creating the
further away.
green squares?
Yes.
Okay, so by further away, do you mean far enough to see a human-sized humanoid shape, or a
So,
larger than?
the reason. No, human shape. Human size. You're about a quarter of a mile away, but that flash of lightning was so bright, that those of you that were able to still see, could see like it was day. And you saw someone. Well, okay, fine. Now you didn't see it. You're good. So that was Nate and no one. Hector, you were able to make out. Okay, so real quick, so that we get on the same page. You guys see this, right?
So is Bishop blind? Is that what happened to his critical failure?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. The lightning got him. He is not doing well. All right, so you have 2 bridges, right? You have the bridge to the left that goes to the tower, and you have the bridge or the kind of walkway to the back that goes to the emergency flare system. The lightning struck the tower. The lightning lit up the main body of this area. You can't make out the rest of the buildings and stuff because of how low you are, other than the outline of the oil rig.
So, Daniel, quick question: is the mask completely destroyed, or is it glitching, or I mean, I
It's
know I'm lost.
glitching.
Okay,
It
I'm just gonna leave it
it's
on this. Then.
out. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, how about we take a 5-minute bio?
Okay, sounds good. We'll be back in 5 minutes, everybody.
Okay.
So, Mark,
Yes, sir.
you still there, Mark?
Yes.
Just because I had to step away real fast, I had a call. But do we know that Bishop is blinded? Did he like
No.
yell or something? Or
Oh, I made a long noise. I made a noise. That was about it.
oh, okay.
I actually need to check with him whether my voice device has been damaged also. And also, if I've been struck by lightning, I imagine I'm taking some damage, but he didn't clarify that either.
It's probably egg.
Probably. Damn poison worms with their lightning.
Acid.
In this case, it's lightning.
Mm-hmm. I can tell. And you were worried about sharks.
I know, right?
Well, I sent Daniel a tell because I'm probably going to get another phone call in about 15, 20 I'm going to have to take, but it's only going to be a few minutes.
Okay.
So hopefully we won't be in the middle of something crazy, but I don't know. I don't think Nate is that unpredictable. I think he'll probably figure out what he'll do. Just, stand behind Hector.
Yep. That's my plan.
On the bright side, you don't need eyeballs to net one.
That is not true at all, actually.
I'm kidding.
I mean, in the old days, you're right. I mean, I guess if I physically jacked in, maybe. I don't even know if the rules allow for that now.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I thought that was a supplementary method. Physical jacking.
I mean, it was, but I don't know if it is anymore.
There's a lot of retro stuff in this game that I would say so. Well, I'm gonna go grab a beverage.
Okay. Hey, Dan.
Yes.
2 follow-up questions. Number 1, did I take any damage from being struck by lightning?
You didn't get struck by lightning.
Just my
The
mask
main
did?
tower in front of you got struck by lightning. You were just so close to it and peering through the darkness that it blinded you.
Oh, so it didn't actually strike my
For the moment.
mask. I
No.
thought you said it struck my mask.
The light was so bright that it fries your mask, but really it's just glitching your mask. You'll be able to fix it when you take it off and mess with it with basic tech.
Okay, no problem. So then, follow-up question is, was my...
So right now it's flashing like that, or you can turn it off.
Right, yeah,
So that it's just black.
yeah. I'll probably just turn it off.
Those are your 2 options.
So it's just black. But then the follow-up question is, did it do anything in my vocal encoder?
Ooh. No. I don't want to give it away that you only speak Orcish.
Okay. Well, that is if I can
Huh?
find the button to turn
You,
my mask
I
on.
don't know why, but you are very quiet in my headphones. You're the only one.
Hold on.
Naomi says she can hear you just fine, but
Billy, what's my levels for you?
Say that again.
What's my levels for you? Am I quiet?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Daniel, I think it's what you did, because this isn't
it's
how we did
just
it.
you.
Yeah, but I think this isn't how we did it last time. Last time you had a laptop or something and connected in as a second person.
No.
Yeah.
Last time you had a laptop and connected in as a second
Well,
person.
yeah, but I thought that's what you did when you did it too.
Well, we have a lot of computers. Yeah, I don't have a computer to do that with.
Gosh golly.
No, they see your face.
That's okay. I can't find the damn button to turn
They have a face.
the thing off. There it is. Okay. Ugh. Now I gotta take everything off again. Ugh.
All right, Frenchie, are you back?
Sounds like a negative.
Still pooping. Jay, are you back? Nate, are you back?
He is not.
Still pooping. No one, are you back?
Still pooping. I'm still upset you didn't let me take the human life preserver. I thought this was give no one a whole bunch of eye candy and arm candy, the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure where she got that description for the game. I
Have a very good imagination, and sometimes it gets mixed up with reality.
I mean, you're right. Daniel is eye candy.
Oh, and arm candy. I am a lucky baby. Oh, and he buys me candy. It's awesome.
So he's eye candy that's also arm candy that also feeds you candy.
Yeah, it's like the triple threat.
I think you should legally change your name to Candy, Daniel.
No, I'm just Sugar Daddy.
Sugar daddy, yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back, Anthony.
Sorry, it took a
Jay,
little bit longer than I thought it would.
checking in.
He said he may have another phone call coming through. He did say he was just going to go get a drink, so I'm guessing his other call came in. He said to proceed.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
And Billy, you're here, right?
Estoy pooping.
While you were gone, Frenchie, I called in to see if you were back, and I said, nope, still pooping. All right, so that's what you guys see from the oil rig at about a quarter of a mile out. The waves have gotten choppier, the wind has gotten a little bit stronger, but the boat seems to be working and piloting true to the oil rig. You see, for at the moment, it's heading to the oil rig proper and not to one of the side areas. You'll have to change it if that is the case. Was there anything you wanted to do to pause this boat where it is? Are you good with it traveling to its destination?
So Frenchie, I'm going to reach into the carry-all that he keeps with him. Actually, no, the gun wouldn't be in the carry-all. He'll have his assault rifle sitting on his lap, ready just in case, because he's expecting to get shot at, and he's expecting to have to fight his way through this. So he'll have his assault rifle at the ready. He'll turn to Hector and say, I don't think this boat's going the way we want it to go.
Sorry, one more time for that last part.
Frenchie's just going to tell Hector that I don't think the boat is going on the path we wanted it to go on.
So Hector looks up, and can he judge whether or not we're heading the direction that we want to go?
Where did you want to go? Maybe I misunderstood.
Should be one of the 3 pickup points.
So,
Go to the first one, which was the ladder under the one of the
there's
far left of
technically
the map.
four pickup points. So there's 3 stanchions or
Pylons.
pylons. Thank you. Underneath the main rig, it could be at any one of those 3. It could also be at that platform on the tower. And that you wanted to go check the tower first. Was that the plan?
Let me pull up that picture again.
I can't see at the moment. Hector, you're going to have to make any adjustments.
The riser access tower.
I gotcha.
Start there, work our way around.
Please make an operator check. Actually, no. You're good. You can just tell it where to go. And then I'll make the check.
We trusting Dan's rolls still?
Never.
It says making adjustments.
So we're in the future where Tom's in charge of the boat. Actually, did we give it a name? Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
you don't want to take my role.
I'm pretty sure it just became sentient.
Fuck. I don't want sentient AIs.
Aw.
Okay, I just got back and saw a 31, so what's that about?
The AI
Yeah, that
just
was the
became
shot
sentient.
being taken at Nate. Sorry, man.
It's the howitzer cannon.
Yep.
Wait.
It was the roll to see if Lux was gonna leave you. Sorry, Naomi.
Oh no!
I can guarantee you, she just brought me a hot chocolate.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
It's like 50% Bailey's.
That's a good ratio.
That is a
Hell
good
yeah.
ratio.
Yeah.
I can smell the Baileys. That's how strong it is. All right, so as you request the AI on board, the onboard AI, to adjust, it as you are asking it, it anticipates what you're requesting, and the boat turns on a dime, but not like uncomfortable and throwing you guys overboard. It's very smooth in its transition, slides to the side and readjusts for the riser access tower. Almost like the cameras that you installed allowed it to make a judgment call.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave.
Not quite yet, but soon. Alright, you make your way towards the riser access tower, and you see, as lightning is again flashing, that there seem to be some kind of pale humanoids standing on the ladder right underneath the riser access tower itself, about 20 feet to 25 feet above where the platform is. But the boat is currently heading towards the platform.
Question. From where we are and we see pale, are they wearing clothes?
No. But you really only see pale humanoids. It looks like they might have some kind of clothing because it's a different color than the rest of them, but they are like very pale. One might say ghostly.
Okay, and
Bishop, you are still blind.
so
Frenchie's going
in
to reach
this
over and
world,
wrap the seatbelt around Bishop to hold him in place so he doesn't fall off the boat in his blind state.
That was nice of you.
is are holograms a thing?
Yes-ish. You guys see them all the time in the city. They require a lot of power, but I mean, advertisements all over are holograms and big things. It's kind of like Blade Runner. Remember when we watched Blade Runner? Um, there are holograms, but because of the resource usage, they're usually in um, like on a system.
Okay, but I mean, looking at that, would I see pasty human, potential hologram before I saw ghost?
You
Although
might
holograms need a
they
light source.
well, their system is the light source, yeah. But if they were installed here, it could be what they are. You're not feeling what they are, though. You're not feeling that they're holograms.
Thank you whoever put the seat belts on me, I still can't
That was
see.
no one. No one's
I
being
may
super
have to stay
helpful.
with the boat if this doesn't clear up.
I'm answering your question. 1 second. I'm a popular GM person, so I get questions from all over. Yeah, so that's what you guys see. You're about 500 feet away from the riser access tower. The thunder and lightning prevents you from hearing any small pops if someone were firing at you.
Isn't that convenient?
Frenchie's
So
going to have his
we
rifle
wouldn't be
trained.
hearing. I was gonna say, I feel like we might not hear the firing, but if they were getting close to the boat, we'd probably hear the splashing.
You would probably hear or see the flashing. The lightning is happening often enough now that darkness, continued darkness, isn't really a thing. But between the waves and the wind and the lightning and the thunder, there's so much sound that there's so much sound that you wouldn't be able to hear if somebody was taking shots at you. You might actually, you could, if you wanted to, you could. The people that have experience with it could roll perception looking for flashes, muzzle flashes. To answer your question, Bishop, yes.
Okay, thank you.
It's in the brain. Ooh, so close.
Nope.
Damn.
Oh,
Wow.
no! Please don't
So
have
many
both your net
ones
runners
tonight.
be. Don't have
The
both.
Knight of
Oh
the
no!
No.
Okay, I'll start.
And the
Actually,
crew
you
turns
guys
around
need
and
help.
heads home.
No,
A
we're
lot of
continuing.
things happen at once. Hector, yes, you can roll perception if you want to. Hector, as you are staring up at the oil derrick, the main oil rig, looking for muzzle flashes, you see a muzzle flash as someone fires at you. And you feel it connect with your lower abdomen, but on the edge. So it really just hits your armor and knocks you out of the boat. Doesn't
All
hurt
right.
you because it just nicked you, but it knocks you out of the boat. Nate, you see the muzzle flashes. Let me mark it on the map. Which map do you guys prefer? This one or the oil rig?
Whatever. I think whatever.
Okay, we'll go with this one for now. I don't have a map of the tower that you guys are heading to yet.
You can head to the one that you have the map for. That's fine.
Yes, swimming is athletics. You see a very pale person. I don't have any veil, really. Oh, wait, oh, I do. Hold on.
You riding a white horse?
Oh, I jumped in after Hector, by the way. It was a bad idea, but I.
It was a pretty
Also-
impressive fall because I was assuming Hector was in the pilot seat in the middle of the boat. So when he falls
He got
off
shot.
of the pilot driver's seat and
Yes.
into the water,
No one
Frenchie
jumps
will,
in after him.
and no one jumps into the water. Frenchie's going to jump into the driver's seat to attempt to turn the boat around to pick them up.
As you jump into the driver's seat, you are shocked by the fact that there are no driving mechanisms.
Oh, that's what happens when you have a computer take over your boat.
How is he driving this?
It seems that everything is down inside the compartment. You might be able to fit down in there with the AI box, but right now the AI has control over it.
Argue with the AI.
And the boat is still moving.
Sorry,
So
I
Frenchie
think I
will just
made
kind
a
of
okay, so
mumble
hold
to
on. Everyone's gonna get one action. Starting with Hector,
Maybe we
who
should
got knocked
roll
out of the boat.
initiative to
need-
determine the order.
Oh, I'm just going in a circle for right now. We
Okay.
could, but I'm just gonna go in a circle because it's the order that people talk. Hector, I need an athletics check from you. Nate, you saw what looks like something pale where the muzzle flash was on the corner of the oil rig. That's a good roll, Hector. You hit the water, and while you were shocked, you are not in shock, and you're able to maintain as the boat pulls away from you. No one, seeing this and acting quickly, you jump into the water as the boat pulls away from you. So the boat quickly is about 15, 20 feet away from you. Frenchie, you jump into the pilot seat, which is the AI control seat, essentially. You can see where the mics and cameras are set up from where you're currently sitting.
Okay. So Frenchie will mumble. Sorry. Whose turn is it?
Yours.
So Frenchie will mumble to himself as he's looking around. It's like, how do I turn this damn thing around? Because I'm assuming Frenchie doesn't know that this is AI controlled.
As Frenchie mentioned, well, no.
No, I mentioned it earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, in that case, scratch that. he'll say, "Boat, turn around. We got to pick them up."
No.
Okay, okay,
Now
I
that I
have to-
heard him say "man overboard."
Man and other overboard.
Daniel,
Yes.
I'm thinking of this thing from IT Crowd where they told him it's a voice-activated computer.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, boat. Hello, hello.
That's pretty much
I
what's
need
going
you to roll
on.
athletics, please. No one. Hello.
I did earlier. Does that not one count? That one.
Oh, you roll. Is that the 18? Oh, oh.
Okay, the 18 was my perception. The 14 is my athletics.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you're able to catch up to Hector, and ensures that both of you are able to keep your heads in a relatively stressful situation. As Frenchie calls,
Man overboard.
man overboard. After trying a couple different commands, the boat says, "Oh, yes, noted for future understanding." And the boat slows and starts to turn in all of the waves, and you guys are having a hard time really kind of keeping steady and your stomach as the boat is turning. Bishop, you have no idea what's going on,
Nope.
other
Other
than
than
you
I
heard a
heard.
splash,
Well,
and now the boat
I
is
heard.
turning around really quickly.
Yeah, I heard him say, "Go back to pick those people up." That's why I was shouting, "Man overboard" was the command that we made.
Okay.
Other than that, I guess somebody's not in the boat. But that's all I know.
So, you are now at a -4 for anything that requires sight, Bishop.
Okay.
Your vision is starting to come back, but it's very hazy, and every once in a while you see another flash. And because of your previous experience with the flashes, it makes you jump a little bit. And I think that's Nate if he's back. Okay, so the boat turns around and makes its way back, but as that's happening, Billy and no one, you guys are keeping afloat, and neither of you said you're activating your vest yet, which is fine. But you're seeing more flashes of that weapon up from the corner.
As much as I would like to do the right thing and try to warn the people on the boat, they are on the boat and I am in the water. I would like them to put me out of the water and into the boat. So the flailing that I am doing is to get their attention and get back on the boat.
At first, you worry that the boat is heading straight at you. Like you see the front of the boat heading straight at you, but it smoothly turns and sidles up next to you guys. With Frenchie at the
The
helm.
steering wheel. Yeah, okay.
All right. I mean, I would say we both try to get in, right?
Yes.
So one more athletics check, please. As you climb into the boat. And Bishop falls overboard. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't. I'm strapped in.
And the boat flips over.
Or I get shot to death because I'm an.
Oh, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for.
Nate, did you have an
Alcohol
action?
was supposed to make you nicer.
Yeah, sorry, I had to get the
No,
food
you're
in my
fine.
oven. Well, Nate simply wants to relay the information you gave me with my 21. But I also know people are falling overboard and yelling or whatever. So it's more like as soon as there's a lull in all the yelling and whatnot, and people are back aboard, he's going to point, and basically describe
Okay.
what he saw.
So the ghosts are shooting at us now?
Yeah. But it looks like the ghosts are shooting at you.
Okay, so I know that holograms don't shoot bullets. So it's probably not that. And so I think these people are very malnourished and need some sunlight.
Okay, so actions. Where are you guys headed?
Someone's gonna say straight to the gunfire, aren't you?
Whose action?
Anyone? What are you guys doing?
We are out of the point.
You're
where we
currently
have to
on a
get in
boat
order.
being fired upon.
Well,
I mean, if,
Roll initiative now, if you'd like.
well, I can say that Nate does not have any tactics. I know what I would do, but he doesn't understand those kind of things. But I think it makes the most sense if we are to move again, to do so to reduce our line of sight to where we know the bullets are coming. Whether
Oh,
that's going
zigzag.
towards the far left on the map that's not here, or go as fast as we can to go under the rig. I don't know, but staying put is not it.
I'm in violent agreement, and Hector does have some experience with this. So basically, he's aiming to take the path of least visibility, whatever will get us on the platform without getting shot at or getting shot at the least.
Okay, so with everybody back on the boat now, Frenchie is going to step out of the driver's seat, whatever you want to call it, and offer it back to Hector if Hector so desires. Frenchie will take a crouching step over back to his seat with his assault rifle at the ready, kind of trained back at the person that shot at him, waiting to see if we're going to get close enough for him to take a shot.
Okay.
And Bishop is buckled in and can't see still, so
You can kind of see.
yeah, sort of.
Alright, so how about everybody roll me initiative?
Sorry, say that again?
Roll initiative? Anthony, is it D10?
Plus reflex.
Shoot. I had just looked it up yesterday. I hate when that happens. Give me 1 second. I think it's plus reflex.
Oh yeah, it is plus reflex. Did you not hear me?
No. Okay. Oh yeah, it's sad. He can't see his way out of a plastic bag, but he is,
He's excited to do something.
yeah.
I hold my turn.
Sorry, I'm putting you guys in order. 1 second.
I should be, I guess, a -1 on my initiative.
Yeah, you're going last.
Bad math.
I'm not having you. So, I'm not doing rerolls for initiative unless it really makes a difference. So
Okay.
you're fine. You have
I thought
a
mine was
8.
bad. So Nolan and Frenchie are the smart ones trying to say, let's not go that way. Let's not go that way. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Sorry, we don't hear it till our turns are over.
What's your reflex, Frenchie? Like your number?
7.
What's your reflex, no one? The number?
5.
I guess I could have just listed what you guys rolled. I'm sorry. I've got note cards here with everybody's names on them that I'm putting in order. And then shuffle in these 15 NPC cards. Okay. Now let's talk actions. So I have Bishop first.
Um,
He said he's delaying.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
holding my turn.
Nate.
If necessary, I will roll persuasion, but I will tell whoever's in the driver's seat to go max speed towards the closest ladder at this place.
Okay, so where you guys are currently situated, you are closest to the oil rig, but there aren't ladders. There's just that elevator thing underneath the oil rig.
Or if the elevator works, so be it, but we need to get to this place.
Okay.
So if we're not going max speed, we need to be.
I need to make sure I double check some of these sound files. All right.
They are
You're
high. The
yelling.
gunfire is coming up from above us, obviously.
Correct.
So if we get under them, they won't see us.
Yeah. So the boat, who's already pointed back at the rig, starts to head straight for the rig at what you imagine is top speed. The fan, which had been a high droning sound over the waves and thunder and lightning, but just barely so because it's a lot of noise, is now very loud.
I'll add like a zigzag as well. So like
Iggy
some
Shuffle.
turns. So what?
Yeah, the Iggy Shuffle.
Yep. You know, I'm up. They see me. I'm down.
If Nate is able to speak and do something physical, I would like to.
To do what?
To speak and do something physical.
Yeah, what's your physical?
Basically, is there anything on this boat that we could use? I'm not saying like a shield necessarily, but like something to cover us on one side so that maybe they can't at least see us.
Nope.
No. Okay. Never mind then.
The boat looks
Your body
like
is
that
undercover.
picture, and most of the central area, which you might have been able to climb down into, has been taken up by the electronics for the AI. So you can probably fit one person in there, but nothing other than that.
Okay, that's fine. In that case, he will keep as we're going fast. He will keep his eye on where he saw the bullets were coming, and basically just try to anticipate it to evade or duck or whatever.
Okay, 1 second. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a bullet. No, that's not the way that works.
That's how I taught Lily's character how to avoid in DR. I threw wrenches at her.
Best mom ever.
Whatever, this mom just thought kids came out of the garbage, so whatever.
Sorry, I'm reading something real quick. I want to make sure I have this next part really. Player death is important, so I need to make sure I have this right. Yeah. It's the sharks. Storm sharks.
Yeah, we are going headfirst to because they're shooting at us.
The sharks aren't shooting at you.
Well, male people that sort of like they're shooting at me.
Oh man. How to fast divorce.
Come to Vegas.
Awesome. Good answer. You get 2 IP
I'll take it.
Yeah, you
from no one.
No, how dare! I'm gonna make your drink even stronger next time, because then you'll be asleep and I can say whatever you are gonna say.
Okay. I need to roll.
I don't like these orange.
Oh no.
That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sound.
2, 3, 4, 5.
That's not okay.
2.
Oh, I don't like it. It's even worse when he starts giggling.
I'm not giggling.
Yeah,
I'm
you
lamenting.
are.
I'm lamenting the fact that I'm probably never late again.
Yeah, probably.
Come to Vegas.
OMG, OMG,
Oh
OMG, I've been shot,
no.
OMG, shot.
There's a single shot that rolls out from the sniper rifle above you that hits no one.
I am cool with this as long as I get to play Lux and they avenge my death.
Hey, at least it wasn't a shark.
Oh my gosh, Daniel. Oh my gosh. Is that damage?
That's damage.
Is that a crit? I forget. Is it just doubles or is it doubles?
I can't see very well. Did no one's head just explode like a cantaloupe?
Not quite. Hold on, I need to do math. Ugh.
I don't think her seriously wounded number is 17.
My seriously wounded number is 20, so we're close. My hit points are 40. Seriously wounded is at 20, so I am like 3 points away from being seriously wounded.
All right, so it's not two. So you have to get 2 6s to be a critical injury. So thankfully that didn't happen.
But she's over half, right?
No, she's not over
You-
half.
Oh, 20 is over half. Okay. Alright, so 1 second. Let me roll one more.
Because that wasn't enough. We got to kill her off.
No, it's for where it hit. No. It hits you in the chest. In the torso. Probably right under the left side of your ribs.
Did it go in my pocket?
No, it didn't go in your pocket. Oh, yes, it went through your subdermal pocket, so now that's useless.
Did I get to take less hit points then?
No.
Damn it.
No, it didn't hit you in the subdermal pocket, you're fine. But well, you're not fine. You took a lot of damage as the bullet Oh, hold on. I apologize. What armor are you wearing? Come on, Anthony, you're supposed to be helping me with this.
I didn't realize we were at that point yet.
He probably
You
has
rolled
11.
17 for damage. We identified it wasn't a crit. You hit on the chest. Now is when we would
Okay,
figure out the
so I
armor.
have a light armor jack, but it's a jacket. Would I be?
Yeah.
Would
Right,
I be
it's
able to wear
11.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 11, so you subtract 11 from the damage. And is this the system where now the armor is -1 effectiveness? Okay, so your armor is 11 previous to this shot, but because it absorbs so much damage, it's now 10 until you get it repaired. Okay?
So I'm pretty bruised.
Yep.
And shots will always go against the body armor unless it's a called shot to the head, which is a -8 to hit.
Okay. When I was rolling randomly,
Thank you.
I didn't include the head. But awesome. -8. Alright. So that happened. Now it's Hector's turn.
This is what happens when you go straight for the bullets.
Boat is now. Oh, come on. There you go, beastie. Move. Where'd you move it? Oh, it's not letting me. Screw you, boat. I'll try a new boat. A better boat. the boat we deserve. Wow. Okay, that's the boat. On Hector's turn. Billy?
Just to make sure I'm understanding, is that the green square?
Yes.
No
Heading
green, no square.
towards. What was that?
No, sorry. Go ahead with what you're
You're,
saying.
you're in the green square, which is the boat heading towards the underside of the rig. You figure just after your turn, it will probably be under the rig.
Okay, perfect. I take one last glance up to see if I can tell how many people are shooting at us, or if it's just those two spots. If I can see anything else.
So now that you are much closer, you see. Oh, come on, stupid GM thing, putting down crap and junk.
That's what happens when you let me make your drink.
Keep talking. I already shot you once.
True.
You now see two very pale or nearly skeletal people, in which the muzzle flashes are coming from. If you want to chance it, it is your turn. You could roll perception if you're like trying to peep them, like get more information on them. But yeah. Do you have an assault rifle? What is your rifle?
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
No, a Billy. I can't remember if you had an assault rifle or a pistol. As you are looking up at them, it almost appears that they have the gun underneath their right arm and they're firing at you. Like this. You see that,
What?
Hector? Billy?
That's a terrifying dance. So it's like they're not actually holding it.
Yeah, like it's propped underneath their arm, and you see the muzzle flashes coming from here.
I was right. But now I'm hurting. I don't see it.
Gotcha. And I
That's
don't know if
what
you heard me,
Hector
but it was
says. You guys
pistol.
don't necessarily see that.
I
was
brought a
that?
pistol with me.
Okay. With a pistol, it would not be easy from where you have to roll over a 20 to hit. It's not impossible, but not
I think in this moment I'd probably be focusing on driving the boat.
all right. Well, I mean, you're not driving the boat.
Right, making sure the AI drives the boat.
How far away did you say we were?
They're roughly about 22 yards away.
Okay.
About 60 feet. That's where I'm getting that number from if you're looking at the same table I am.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're done, Hector,
I am done.
the boat now disappears underneath the oil rig. Here, it is not easy. Hold on one second. I'm gonna cancel. I'm gonna figure out which one of these is the monster and cancel the monster.
Thank you, because I understand they're sharks, but I didn't know that they growled.
Okay. Yeah, that should solve the monster problem.
While he's doing that, I just wanted to quickly point out that according to Google, there are 7 species of sharks in the Gulf of Mexico, and there's a video shot last week from an oil rig that shows hundreds of sharks in a massive feeding frenzy as they made their way north following the water. Just FYI.
Okay, so please tell me that this is information that Bishop decided to share with the group
No,
as he's
this-
trapped in and
this is-
blind
This
At
on
this
is
our way
exact
to the
moment.
oil rig.
this is
Yes.
real world information
Oh,
that
no,
that one
I
of
know
our
it is.
viewers just contributed.
5 of those species are extinct now.
Thank you, viewers. But still,
Yes,
I
half
think
of
this
them
would
are
be a
extinct,
fun fact
but the
that
new
Bishop would bring up.
biogenetic ones replace them.
Who is this evil viewer?
All right. So as you guys are disappearing underneath the oil rig, you see these big red floats that you see here, the round things underneath. These are actually floats in the water to help measure how high the water is for the oil rig. So they're connected to pumps down below. So on the schematic, you saw the habitat in the deep sea. We'll go back to it for just a second. You saw that the habitat that's growing different types of plankton proteins and specialty kelps and stuff down there in the gravity-based structure. They're
Please
floats.
ping our location on this one.
These, well, you guys are here underneath the oil rig, but I'm talking about these because right above each of these storage containers, inside these storage containers is a giant hollow space that is a underwater deeper sea habitat, growing habitat. What is the word for that? Hydroponics habitat. Hydroponics?
Yeah, it's hydroponics.
They're growing it inside this structure without soil. Yeah, and so right above each of these cylinders is a float at water level that is moving. So as you pass underneath the rig, you're actually having the AI is having to pilot around these floats as you are making your way to the elevator, the cargo elevator, which you can see is its own kind of caged float in the very center that is also moving with the water. There are several cables. It's an octagon shape, so there are 7 cables? 8 cables? I'm sorry. Brain hurt, math difficult. How many points are in an octagon? 8, right?
8.
Yeah. So there are 8 cables strapping it up and down.
So at this point, we don't have to go full speed now that we're underneath.
It would be advantageous
shouldn't.
not to go at full speed.
Right. So we're going to slow down
Yeah.
and go to the elevator. That way we can get no one onto something solid so our medic can do something about it.
Yes.
Oh, I'm mostly fine. Let's just
French shoots you as the boat is maneuvering.
Okay, so now that the guys that are shooting at us are not able to shoot at us anymore, I almost just pulled my headphones out of the computer. That would have been good. Not able to shoot us anymore. We have some relative safety for the moment. He's going to put the assault rifle down, walk, kind of step over to no one, and attempt to provide some quick medical care, make sure that she's fine, check on the wound. So game mechanic wise, not actually doing anything of any value, but just for fluff checking, making sure they're fine.
As you feel over the area, you see that they look like maybe they bruised a rib, and they have obvious discoloration. Like in an hour or two, it's going to be a nice bruise, but other than that, they seem fine. The armor did its job.
I want my armor back on. It's all getting so bad. I want my life vest back on because we're jumping into death machine.
Oh, I assume he didn't take anything off. He just found a stick and poked you in the bullet hole.
More or less.
No, ow.
It was the
That's
med
not a good
scanner in his
doctoring.
arm.
That would be a
The med scanner did it, yeah.
It was a scan.
35
Ow.
needles, 35 hypodermic needles came out and punched you in that small little hole.
I
Those
could
are
have told you ow.
cyber
A
needles,
good seaside
right?
manner.
Cyber
And each-
needles.
And each of those
Cyber
needles was a good 8 inches long.
I hate you all. Like, seriously, leave me alone. I could have told you, ow, it's fine, but ow.
No one says this, falls back in the water and gets eaten by a shark. You guys make your way to the
It's your pillow. Just looking out,
Frenchie's
dude.
done. That's done. It's
Cat's
no
looking
Yeah,
one.
comfy, doesn't
like
he?
as we're pulling up, I kind of say to everybody, I'm not actually sure whoever was firing at us was like actually people. They may be
Ghosts.
robots or
Drones.
drones. Yeah.
That's the AI piloting. You're good.
Oh, thank you, AI. You're doing a good job.
Very, very good. As you guys are dealing with this stuff, and Hector's doing Overwatch with the AI also, as stated. It pilots perfectly through the floats to get you to the elevator.
Is there a mooring or something to which we tie off our AI boat so it doesn't float
There
away?
is not. You might be able to tie it to one of the cables loosely, or to the floats. There's a lot of floats around, but the floats are also moving as your boat would be. So yeah, you could probably tie it off to a boat, or a float, kind of.
Let's do that.
Actually, am I able? I know I have a -4 to see it, but
You're now
it,
-2.
okay. Is the cage up or the elevator up, or is it under the surface of the water, or
No,
where is it?
it is floating on. So each of these floats is about 10 feet tall
Yeah,
and about 15 feet in diameter.
yeah.
And half of it is under the water and half of it is above the water. So they're about 5 feet off the water. The elevator is about the same size,
Mm-hmm.
but is sitting on the water. And it's an octagon with 8 cables going up and 8 cables going down.
Can
So
I
that it's
find how to get into the elevator from where we're at? I'm
it's
trying to
open.
see it. Oh, it
Like
is
it
open.
has, yeah, it has like it's a cage essentially, but it has. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. As you're looking at it, the octagon has 2 sides that open like a cyclone fence door.
Okay.
Okay, I had a quick
It
question. Is the elevator octagon like bouncing with the water, or is it
It's moving.
everything's bouncing with the
It's
water?
moving with the water, but it's not moving as much as the heavy waves right now or the floats. Even just feeling all of these waves and seeing the elevator not move as much is also kind of turning your stomach.
is the elevator large enough to drive the boat in? I don't think it is, but I want to.
No.
Okay. Then, um, yeah. So I guess I'll just let my held action, or I use my held action to perceive that, and I'm done.
Well, I mean, you could use your held action now that the boat is, or to tie off the boat.
Yeah, I'll tie off the boat.
Okay. So you tie it to the nearest float, which still gives you guys enough area to climb off onto the elevator. Not a problem.
Just a quick question. Just in case we leave in a hurry, does anybody have a big knife or something we can use to cut this tie off in case there's some weird tangling or any kind of other problems when we leave?
That would have been a good idea to think about ahead of time. I don't even know if I brought my gun.
I assume somebody had a knife, but it's not me.
You didn't bring your axe? Didn't.
He saves
That's
that for
terrible,
throwing.
Dan. That's terrible.
He saves that for throwing.
Guitar axe.
Well, Nate boards the elevator.
As you get onto the elevator, you realize that because it's not moving as much as the floats around it, it is getting pretty soaked. It's just a big cage, so as you walk into it, you see that it almost has like a grid of steel on the bottom that's been rubberized. Most of the chain and fencing on the outside has been rubberized. Top has been rubberized. And there is a touch panel, a control panel, in a heavy-duty caterpillar yellow, kind of rusted spots on the outside, waterproof container. So it has like big buttons that are waterproof and big giant LEDs. This is obviously something they decided to keep from when the oil rig was an oil rig. This is a very aged system, but you imagine it probably works fairly well, or at least you hope. Assuming everybody else gets off into the elevator.
Uh, should we leave someone
she's-
with the boat?
Frenchie's gonna help no one up and coincidentally and accidentally forget to unstrap Bishop from the seatbelts.
But
What did you say, Bishop?
I was gonna say, should someone stay with the boat?
No.
yep.
We
No
should
one
just stick
can stay with the
together.
boat.
We have Delamain to take care of the boat.
Okay,
It has an
It-
AI. It'll go back home eventually.
that would be bad if we're not on it. So
I'm inclined to see if
How
could we
loyal
program
is
it to
your
come
AI?
back in 15? Or even better, program it to not accept anybody that's not us?
At this point, it is an AI slice. Now, given that you guys did modifications to this AI slice ahead of time, you could have added additional programming, especially since it is a prototype test software, because since it is a slice, it doesn't fall under any of the rogue AI legislation or anything yet. It's essentially a beefed up assistant AI, right? Except more because it comes from Delamain. But you guys could have programmed it to only respond to the 5 of you, for example. You could do a lot of things like that, and you know it's smart enough to circle the block.
Yeah, if that's the case, I'll
Yeah, basically.
undo my seatbelts. I'll I'll tell it to circle for 20 minutes and then come back to this spot.
So you're untying it then, right?
Right, so it can actually leave and hopefully distract the
Right.
shooters.
So it'll do a loop and come back every 20 minutes,
Yeah.
if possible?
Yes.
Okay. And as you step onto the elevator, you hear a boom, boom, and it takes off. The boat takes off with a high-pitched whine.
This isn't like a self-aware AI, right? It's not going to be like, no, I value my own life above these squishy humans. Fuck them. Run away.
Not yet.
Guess we'll find out.
Too late.
Yeah, it's off.
But you guys are in the middle
it
of
is-
talking. That's why I typed it.
It is very dark under here. Occasionally, you get a flash from the lightning, from the storm raging above you, but even that down here is fairly dark. As you all get into the elevator and close the elevator door, because it won't move with any of the doors open, you see a dull green light on the giant push button switch. It looks like there are 3 buttons, a button that indicates up, a button that indicates down, and a stop button.
Someone claim what button they're pushing before I press all of them.
And you guys are stuck here for 20 minutes waiting for the boat.
We're going up.
As you press the button, you hear a solid click as you push in the button, and the soft grinding sound of heavy machinery as the elevator starts to jolt and move. As it lifts up out of the waves, that swaying sensation stops instantly, as if you were on dry land. You also look down and can see below you, which is a strange situation as you start pulling up towards the bottom of the oil rig. While your mask is still fritzing, you can see just fine now, Bishop.
Yeah, it's
Um,
actually off. I just have it on for effect for the stream.
okay.
I have it turned
You
on.
make your way up towards the bottom, and you can see that there is an opening that is a square above you, and you can see the roof of the bottom floor of the oil rig. As you make your way up, it kind of not crashes, but it slams a little bit as it makes its way to almost level. You're about a couple inches short of being able to step out immediately onto the area around it. But you can see this room has one exit, and from that,
All we see is
I
the
know
black. Okay.
you see this exit you came out from here. The elevator was here. So you're on the first floor, which is the main ground level of the oil rig. Just outside this elevator from the door that you're opening is like 30 oil drums. Most of them look like they are burnt out or broken into. Most of them with some sort of heavy, sharp force, like an axe.
Or a shark bite.
No, not a sharp.
Sorry.
Somebody who could not figure out how to open them cut them open with something. And you can see a bunch of different stuff poured out and spoiled around the 50-gallon drums. Everything from food bits to some kind of oily liquid to a bunch of stuff. But the rain and whatever was in there has spoiled it entirely.
Is there any way you can analyze the oily liquid?
Do you have a chemical analyzer?
Actually, I do.
Yeah, you have to lick it, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, thank you, Don't. I didn't want to. That was a really bad idea.
That was a really bad idea. I'm just gonna put my finger in it. That was much better.
It's a cyber implant. There has to be something on me. It's not like.
You wave your hand over it like he does
see.
with his med tech arm.
Okay. So I go, ooh.
You have a sensor in your hand or finger or whatever that helps pick up on odors or colors or whatever. I think it's perception. It just gives you the ability to perceive more. You okay, Bishop?
Yep.
So many ones.
That is goo.
As it's worse than goo, sweetie.
Oh, damn.
As no one reaches down to sense what kind of fluid it might have been, there's another brilliant flash of lightning, and it sparks off of the building right to your right. Sparks crash down all around you and light that entire spill on fire.
What do I have to roll?
Everyone roll me a reflex, except no one.
Do I roll? Are you rolling for the damage I take, huh?
Yep.
Awesome.
You in the fire.
I'm into fire. I started the fire. Ooh, what's this? I need to poke it.
A while back, Mark had this thought that the system hated us. I'm starting to think it just hates you guys.
So, You know my rolling history with Discord. I thought it would be better on 20. Roll 20, but maybe not.
Oh, Bishop.
No! But you're not as bad as me. I started the fire. I am the fire. I am on fire.
Roughly, what was the distance? Like, how many stories between the water level and where we are now? If, say, for example, somebody was to jump off the oil rig into the water
or be
below,
thrown.
or
Four
be
to,
thrown,
but so 4 to 5, depending on where the wave is that you hit. 4 to
Like
5 stories.
stories.
Can you indicate where we came from, where the elevator is? It's right behind us here.
Nope. It's
Nope.
the green box you walked out of.
the green box is
Oh.
mostly hidden in fog of war.
We walked around the barrels, you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Well, when the fire started, the rest of you were able to get out of the way.
OMG, I'm on fire.
Oh no.
Ah. 14. 14 fire damage.
That armor doesn't help me with that, does it?
So subtract your damage.
Oh.
Subtract your armor, and your armor goes down by 1
Oh, damn, my poor armor.
for environmental damage. And I know that's not how it goes. And that's not how it usually works. And that damage should only be for no one and Bishop. Just so you guys know.
Trust me, we all know.
Frenchie, please say you're not going to throw me outside.
I'm not going to throw you off the side.
Well, I appreciate that.
Put it out, put it out.
Bishop, it's your turn.
Bishop's going to attempt to roll out of the fire. Like, stop, drop, and roll, but roll forward out of the fire.
You succeed. That's fine. That's your movement. So what would you like as a action?
I mean,
Did Frenchie go because he doesn't want me to see him rolling his eyes?
I
Yes.
just
Can we all react to what's going on, or are we just going to watch them suffer?
I'm in initiative order.
Oh, okay.
I mean, am I close enough to pull her out of the fire?
You can pull it with you. Pull them with you.
Pull them with me, yes. I pull them with me, and so I'll move up to here. And
I like to think that Bishop slams no one into the wall on the way out.
Yeah,
The
probably.
way you guys have been rolling.
Bishop's
Probably.
in hysterical laughter because they have no idea what the fuck's going on. I'm a nerd. I do paperwork.
Okay, Nate.
Are either of them still on fire?
No, between the water and the rain, the heavy rains and the ocean spray, Bishop and Nate are able to kind of pat themselves out as quickly as possible.
Okay, so I wasn't able to get an accurate analysis, but I have a feeling that is flammable. Just so you know, be careful.
So do you guys think that that was the package we were supposed to pick up, all those oil drums?
No.
I hope not.
That's a Dan plot thing right there. Arrive and everything's already destroyed.
I planned on potentially being shot and planned for water. Being lit on fire was not on my list.
Yeah. Our GM is stealing Valentine's chocolates.
I don't like this place, let's not dawdle.
When the GM returns, I have an action.
Ditto.
Okay. Is it going to be a super smart act? He can hear you. Is it going to be a super smart action like mine?
So it should be, if that was Bishop's turn, then it should be Nate's turn next.
Agreed.
Yeah. I said Nate's turn a while ago.
I know. You walked away, so I didn't know. Plus, since they were off fire, I didn't know if we were out of initiative. But if we're still in initiative, we exited here because we were trying to investigate. We want to search. We want to figure out what's going on. We also know, based on the distance we traveled, common sense would tell us we are now at equal z-axis to whatever it was that was shooting at us. So Nate is basically going to peek around the corner, not jump around the corner and display his whole body, but like look around the corner to see if he can find out what it was or who it was that was shooting. And if he doesn't see anything, he's going to tell them.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check as you are peeking around the corner. Oh, wow. Good roll.
He wants to go as far as he can, as long as he thinks he's okay.
Which corner, Jay?
I was going to start left and just sort of make my way around, basically tell everybody, hey, I want to go check around the corner, and just walk around here. And if he doesn't see anything, look around this corner. If he doesn't see anything, go around this corner. Basically just search as far as my time and my turn allow me to see what he sees and then return with the report. Or use the comm to no one that he's had since day one.
Oily liquid is flammable.
You are fine until you get here. And you peek around the corner and see something right around the corner and like back against the wall. The smell hits you as soon as the sight does. You smell death. It's not a smell you're familiar with like this. Usually when you come across something dead in the city, it hasn't been there that long because there's people that take care of that. But that hasn't happened here. And whatever it is, it has started to bloat.
Oh.
Is there any noise coming from it? Or first off, does Nate believe that he's seen?
It looks like a zombie. It looks like a zombie from those old movies.
Is any noise coming from it?
Those things are
give me
real.
that was your stealth. I need a perception. +2. Yeah.
If so, I have an audio recorder.
You hear the waves, the wind, the rain, the thunder, and what sounds like a cylinder, a weapon cylinder, spinning.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. We will record that and then return to the party.
Okay. So that was your move. That was your kind of action because you moved a lot. Ow.
Okay, I just need to say this. Ghosts might not be real, but zombies are.
Even though you came around the corner a little bit, it didn't seem to notice you. Hector.
Okay, so based off of my previous guess as to the way the weapon was being held, I'm assuming. Well, basically, I'm going to try and see if I can detect like a somewhere I can kind of jack in, not physically, but is there a net of sorts out here?
If there was a net like that, it would probably be headed off in some kind of security control center. You don't. Oh, actually, give me a Netrunner check to see if you can scan around you for open access points.
So Netrunner check, as in just
Interface.
Interface.
Yep, gotcha.
You don't see any access points near you in this area, but you did just come upstairs, so you probably need to find a like the main control room or whatever.
Okay.
Midnight, as you were passing here, you did find a door. Where's Brown?
Are you moving my token again?
No. You saw a
Oh.
door there
Oh, okay.
and a door here.
Well, in that case, upon his return, he will look into the doors without opening them, just to see if there's a window, or just kind of scan in.
It seems it was a solid door.
They're both
It
solid
had
doors?
a handle, but it was a solid door.
Okay. And then he will include that in his report upon his return.
Okay. So that's what you sensed. Did you want to move somewhere, Hector?
Basically, I'm going to do the same thing and try and sneak around, and I guess I'll go to the right.
Yep.
So
moving around to the right, you do see a door here. You also see a huge crane on the right corner.
Okay.
And what looks like a booth next to the giant crane, probably that controls the giant crane.
Okay.
If you want to move your guy to wherever you are stopping.
So right to here.
Okay.
And just kind of peeking around the corner effectively.
I hate that it keeps resetting my color. Come on, guy. Can you see all those brown rectangles?
All doors.
Yep, those are all doors. There are various windows here and there on these walls. I should probably draw this too, but I'll do that while you're thinking. And I think that's it for you, right?
Did he need to make a perception check looking around into the wall? Or the
Yeah,
corner?
he does. You need to make a perception check.
Right.
And I'll tell you what you saw in the windows in a little bit,
Okay.
Jay. All right. As you peer around the corner, you see what looks like, because it is very dark, something or someone standing at the corner. Oh no, you don't see it because there's a big.
Who's
There's a
in the
big
way?
security thing here. No, because there's a big security thing here, so he doesn't see this person. But as you pass this window, you see that this building looks like maybe a chow hall or something like that. There's a lot of long tables and some food racks and what looks like maybe an open kitchen in the back of this room.
Okay, I'm not saying I plan to steal anything, but this isn't a particularly well-funded rig, right? I was asking if this is a well-funded rig and whether or not I would see worthy items in the kitchen that wasn't just a bunch of kibble.
Oh no, it's gonna be kibble.
So yeah, that's what I mean. If it's the general workers aren't gonna get compensated in real food, there's no point in raiding the kitchen.
Yeah, no. All right.
Okay, so how big was the fire that I started, or did it just set me on fire sort of for a little while?
It burned for maybe a little bit, but it's out. That's fine.
And nothing that set off fire alarms. Okay, good.
Is Midnight where Midnight's token is?
Uh-huh.
So Frenchie will step up and kind of have his assault rifle at the ready, looking down the walkway, and kind of motioning for Midnight to come back, because I believe Midnight said something about hearing somebody on the other side.
He didn't say
Oh.
anything yet to us.
Oh, I thought he said it was for his report. Maybe I misheard.
I said per my report.
When he gets back.
I didn't know if it was kosher to say have all our agents on silent and we text each other everything, or if there's not enough time for that, or if we need to, meet up in person. Like, I don't know how long the turn lasts, so I didn't really know how that worked.
About 3 seconds.
So there's probably not enough time to type that much. So, no, not enough time has passed for him to relay anything yet.
Okay, so then Frenchie will just start following along where Midnight went to.
Okay. Midnight, as you were looking into these rooms, it is very dark. They are a lot smaller. You saw some, like, maybe some offices in both this building and this building, but it was very dark in those rooms, and the windows are pretty covered with grime and ocean spray.
Yeah, is he looking into what we'd consider quarterdeck 1? Meaning, when you look at the other picture, it's labeled with 4 levels. Are we on like the first floor or on top of the platform?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Is that you, Frenchie? I think that's.
Yep, that'll be Frenchie's turn. He's I guess just looking through the windows as he goes past, just kind of staying behind Midnight to support him.
Okay. Yeah, it
charging
looks
off.
like an office that you are standing in front of right now. You do also note that this is a security standpost, like an emergency standpost. So it's probably the control for the massive flare gun or flare rocket at the end of this walkway from the schematics. And I'm back to Bishop.
Is there a door or windows on that thing? This thing?
Yes. The door is towards Frenchie. The windows are on 3 walls opposite.
Okay, and from where I'm at here, can I see into one of the window that's here?
Yeah.
And there's nobody in there?
Yeah.
I will actually head in there and see if I can get, if the power's on, if there might be a network connection or any of that stuff.
Give me an interface check.
Aye. 13.
As you are peering around, it seems to be a fairly simple system, but you do not see an access point in this room.
Okay.
It seems that this system is separate from the rest of the facility and really just controls the endpoint. It does not have power.
That's what I was afraid of. And that's my turn.
Okay.
I'm a people person. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Nate.
He will turn around and go back, looking into the windows casually as he returns to the group. He doesn't know that everybody's split off, which is fine, but he will go as far as he can until he bumps into somebody.
Did you skip no one?
He's going to hit Frenchie right here.
Dan?
Yeah.
Am I on mute?
No, I can hear you. You're just quiet in my head.
Oh, did you skip no one?
Likely. Frankly,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my initiative was
what am I supposed to do?
was 18 or 19 or something.
Yeah, but no one was at the bottom and I didn't do anything. No one's still standing in the same spot.
Yep.
Did you have an action, no one? Do you want to move around, look at something? Jump off the edge of the world.
I don't want to jump off the edge of the world. I don't understand why they're not trying to tape these barrels back together, shove them full of kibble, and say that's what we found. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
Solid plan.
The food that is here is
Rotten and
kelp-based
spoiled.
and burned and spoiled and not great, but you can try.
I'm going to shove that back into a barrel. If it ends up, I didn't know what was in there, and I have duct tape with me. I am doing this.
It's true. The
So,
contract was
Onyx
to bring the
did-
barrels back.
Onyx did say any open barrels or crates, they had to pay for.
Wait, who has to pay for?
The nomads had to pay for out of their pay, or if it was too much, they owed it.
Are there any? I'm going to search through the massive pile of barrels to see if there are any unopened ones.
All of these have been opened. That's why you have to go and explore.
Well, that's what I've been doing at my turn, is desperately looking for one that hasn't been opened. I know it's fruitless.
Okay. Nate, you meet up with Frenchie. I'm going by initiative, but it's not true initiative. I'm more going by initiative for turns.
Yeah, for logical sequence.
Yeah.
He's going to relay what he saw and quickly send the audio file to him. And being that he doesn't know everybody is, he's not going to send a message because it might, do and make some loud noise because somebody has some goofy ringtone or whatever. So we don't want to alert ourselves, but perhaps he should have thought of that before. But he's going to give that info to Frenchie. And what did he see along his path to the windows?
Well, so the comm system, anybody that paid for a comm unit, it's different than your agent and doesn't ring. So you guys could talk on that if you paid for it. I know
I have one with no one, but I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, no one passed them out to everybody.
because no one actually bought 4 of them, I think.
Yeah, I don't think she ever passed them out though.
Yeah, she did on the rooftops in the first session.
She passed them out to the rooftops, and it plot. Even if she did collect them, she handed out a bunch of stuff again at the beginning of the adventure. It would make sense if, while she was handing out life vests, she also handed out comms.
Okay.
If that's the case, I'm going to retcon what I said. I'm going to say the same thing to Frenchie, but I'm going to have the comm open so that everybody hears me say it.
Okay, so what exactly are you telling her?
How would I word this? Probably something with a weapon around the corner disguised as a zombie makes this noise, click, and I want to play the file that he recorded.
It sounds almost like that spinning up of a Gatling gun that movies or video games like to use. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Right.
And I would have retcon on my turn. I would have said over the comms, the power to the giant flare is dead.
The giant what?
Flare. The giant rocket flare at the end of that walkway.
Oh, I just thought it was like lightning and fire is all I know of.
It is... Okay, so you're sharing that information, Frenchie, or are you sending it in back?
Okay, Midnight, just stay behind me and we'll take care of it.
Aye.
Hector, it's your turn.
I continue. Well, actually, I take a second to message out to everyone what I've found so far, and continue to sneak down the doorway I passed, or that window that I passed. So basically, start making my way this way. This window that I'm next to now, is it also going or looking in towards the chow hall you mentioned before?
No, so this building. There. So you, oh, sorry. Yes, that is a chow hall. This whole building is a chow hall.
Gotcha. Okay. So in that case, I've already crawled. I just keep going down, make it to about the next building or like that corner there and peek around
And
there.
that's when you see whatever it is. It looks like a bloated zombie is the best way to put it. Shreds of clothing hanging from its bloated but emaciated frame, standing on the edge, right around the corner. And you see it in the flashes of lightning and the thrum of thunder underneath your feet. And for a second, you think it turns towards you, but as you kind of move and duck back behind the security thing and look again, it's still just standing there.
This looks like what I saw before, like a gun slung underneath like an arm or
You
something.
can't really see a gun from this angle, but it does look, other than that, it does look like what you saw. But what you
So
saw was on the other side.
if I were to sprint from where I'm at right now to the very corner, the edge, like down here, would I still have line of sight, and would it still have line of sight with me or no?
So you lose line of sight as soon as you move to that space.
Okay.
Because while it is here, it's a 5-foot square and it doesn't actually take up 5 feet. So it's standing on the corner of the building.
Okay. So after I see it, kind of see the flash, I just go ahead and take the opportunity to try and run for cover there.
As you get to this spot and this window, you look inside and see it's a server room. There are, through the thick kind of grossness of the window, you can see a few small red, yellow, and green blinky lights and what looks like tall server racks.
So that's the window to my left, or the window
This down here.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is still a chow hall.
Gotcha. So at this point, I take the opportunity to send a message to everyone, but with special emphasis on Bishop, saying I think I found a server room, and also there appears to be another one of those zombie ghost gun guys close to where I'm at as well. And I think that would probably end my turn. Say that again?
Zombies belong in the ocean. Just toss them off the side.
Yeah. Thinking of buy grenades the next time I can.
Yeah, we need grenades. Because it makes things fire faster.
Yeah, maybe we need grenades.
Frenchie.
Okay, Frenchie is based off hearing Midnight say that there's a zombie creature right around the corner, and Hector saying there's a zombie creature on the other side. Frenchie's actually going to move 4 squares back to take cover around this building and kind of wait for that zombie to come around the corner. So he'll hold his action for that zombie to come around. And then take a shot when the zombie gets there.
Okay. No one, it's you.
Okay, upon hearing about zombies, no one is...
Did she disconnect?
Upon hearing about zombies, no one is muted.
Upon hearing about zombies, and that's because I wanted to go see what's going on Roll20, but I cannot look at both of them at the same time. So no one is going to give Hector backup, so they can get into the server room without being eaten by zombies.
Okay, Bishop. Oh, Frenchie and Midnight. While you have been kind of waiting for this thing to follow you around the corner, and it was real close to you, Midnight, you haven't seen it even move close to the corner or around the corner. You're not even sure if it's really there still.
Can I get to
Bishop
here,
moves.
or is that too far?
Bishop to no one. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Bishop runs behind no one and goes,
Yeah. Boo. That's it.
no one, you now see the zombie-ish thing in front of you. However, Bishop, you cannot see what they're talking about yet.
It's fine.
So I pick up Bishop, who just scared me out of spite for some reason because I accidentally got them set on fire.
No,
And
no,
used them as
that
a
was
zombie.
that was out of character. If it was in character, you would have heard it as a digital voice saying "boo."
And you would have still ended
Nate.
up.
Well, Nate is going to move around the corner where Frenchie is. But upon getting to where Frenchie is, that's when he's going to realize that all those people that he thought were where they were aren't where they are anymore. And he's going to ask, where'd they go?
We're heading to the server room.
Cool. So, I can move my own token. Yeah, so he's basically going to keep Frenchie in sight, and that's it for now.
Hector.
I'm gonna try and basically scoot over and go through the door.
It is unlocked.
Unlocked?
Yep.
All right. Pop that bad
As
boy
you
open.
open the door, you're hit with smells of burning plastic and that dust that really only server rooms, the dust and ozone that only server rooms really seem to have. The servers are quiet, which is not good. Any actual server room with this many racks would have the sound of lots of fans pushing air back and forth, and you don't hear any of that. It seems that the lights that you're seeing, the systems that you're seeing, are on some kind of backup or ups power supply. You do, however, see 3 access points, though
Well,
you're pretty sure the network is down because the power's down.
you're saying the network is down because the power's out?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's access points, but I can tell that I can't access anything because there is no net.
Yep. I just
Okay.
realized how hard this yellow is to see.
Is that the only door into that room then?
You see a door here. Into the room beyond. You see a door on the back.
So Hector will make his way to... Ooh, what do I want? Actually, that's the first thing I want to do. I want to see if I can't get a different angle on Mr. Bloated from inside the room, kind of peeking over the window.
Roll me a perception check.
Booyah!
It is definitely a body. It's definitely a dead body. You have seen enough of them. It looks like that body is propped up on something or around something.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I don't know how much I have left with the turn, but at this point, the only thing I'd want to do is kind of share that information and then start making my way
You can get to
towards
that door. Yeah, you
that
can't make
doorway.
it through the door, but you can get to that door.
Perfect.
So you guys have all received the message that it looks like this body is in fact a dead body and is propped up on or around something. And it is Frenchie.
Okay, so Frenchie's been waiting for that zombie to come around the corner for a little long enough now that he's given up. The zombie must have wandered off. So he's going to start making his way back towards where the rest of the group is until he sees this door and
Okay.
decides to go ahead and if he said it was a solid door, so he can't peek in, so he's going to very slowly open the door.
There's a window next to the door though.
Okay,
And
touche.
looking in, it's a chow hall. It's like a military style chow hall.
But no movement inside.
Nope.
Okay, then he'll attempt to open the door.
It is unlocked. You open it and are hit with a wall of rotting and aged smells. At like only that you can get from spoiled soy, like tofu. And you see a couple plates of like some kind of stew that have been sitting out long enough that they're dry. And back towards the back of the room, you see an open kind of kitchen area, like some chow halls have.
Okay. That's all I have. That's my movement. Movement is 6.
Go ahead, Nate. Oh, you're not necessarily tied down to a movement of 6, Reggie. You can go in there if you need to, or you can move past. That's fine.
There you go. Or when I come back around again.
Yeah. No one.
All right. I'm not the tech person, okay? So, I've been told that the zombie's not a real zombie. It is a scarecrow made out of a dead person. So, I would like to body crawl towards the scarecrow. Body crawl. I'm going to get down. I'm just going to crawl. So that, like, maybe it won't notice me.
Alright.
Along the edge. And I kind of want to see, like, what it's attached to.
As